Hi guys, good day, it's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class is all about irrational number. So without further ado, let's do this topic. Now later on class, we'll be answering this following activities. So our first activity class is we're going to place the following numbers in the upper right column. So we have given numbers and then we're going to determine which numbers are rational numbers and then which numbers are irrational numbers. And the next part of our activity is we're going to locate and plot the following square roots and cube roots on a number line. And this will be the given class. We have square root of 95, square root of 27, cube root of 12, and then cube root of 75. So before we answer this one class, we need to understand more with regards to irrational number. So irrational numbers are numbers cannot be written as a fraction because the decimal does not end, or we call that one non-terminating, and does not repeat a pattern, we call that one non-repeating. If the radicand of a square root is not a perfect square, then it is considered an irrational number. Likewise, if the radicand of the cube root is not a perfect cube, then it is an irrational number. Now, let me just explain this one class for you to really understand this one. Example class, if I will say square root of 5. A square root of 5, is it rational or irrational number? That's correct. It should be a rational number. Why is that, sir? Because 5 class is not a perfect square. Once again, class, this square root plus this symbol is what we call the radical symbol. So this is the radical symbol, and this 5 class is what we call the radicand. So 5 is what we call the radicand. Once again, if the number inside the square root, this is what we call radicand, is not a perfect square, automatic class that this square root of 5 is an irrational number. This number class is an irrational number because the number inside the square root is not a perfect square. Question, why is that, sir? Because if you use your calculator class, using your calculator to get the value of square root of 5, a square root of 5, the answer class is 2.236067977499979. The number class is infinite. After 79 class, there's still another number for that. And we cannot see that on the calculator because the number class will not end. It is non-terminating. That's why class we call the square root of 5 a rational number. Another example, if I will say a square root of 9. Is square root of 9 a rational number or rational number? That's correct. It should be rational number. This is rational number class. Question, why is that, sir? Because 9 is a perfect square. And if we get the value of square root of 9, the answer is 3, right? Even if you use your calculator, square root of 9 is square root of 9, the answer is 3. So therefore, class, 9 is a rational number because 9 is a perfect square. Another example, if I will say a square root of 10. A square root of 10, is it rational number or irrational number? That's correct. Square root of 10 is an irrational number because we don't have square root of 10. 10 is not a perfect square. So therefore, our answer is a rational number. Once again, even if you use your calculator, a square root of 10, the answer is 3.162277 and then so on. Class, the numbers class will be infinite. It will not end. So that's why class we call this one a rational number. Now for the cube root class, if the number inside the radicand for this cube root is not a perfect cube, then it is an irrational number. Example class, if I will say cube root of 10. Do we have cube root of 10? Nope, we don't have cube root of 10 because you think of a number that when you multiply 3 times by itself, you will get 10. For 2, 2 times 2 times 2, that's only 8. For 3, 3 times 3 times 3, that's 27. Therefore, class, we don't have a number that if we multiply it by itself 3 times, you will get 10. So therefore, class, 10 is not a perfect cube. So therefore, our answer is a rational number. So cube root of 10 is a rational number. Even if you use your calculator, cube root of 10, so cube root of, okay, shift this one, cube root of 10, the answer class is 2.154434 and so on. The number class is infinite. The decimals will not end, class. We call that one non-terminating. Last one example, class. If I will say cube root of 8, is cube root of 8 a rational number or rational number? That's correct. It should be rational number. Why is it rational number, sir? Because we have cube root of 8. The cube root of 8, that is 2. You think of a number that when you multiply it by itself 3 times, you will get 8. That's correct. That would be 2. Because 2 times 2 times 2, that's equals to 8. Therefore, class, cube root of 8 is rational number. So once again, class, I hope it's clear for you with regards to irrational number. If you have some questions, class, with regards to irrational number, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. So if you understand this one, class, with regards to irrational number, let's answer our activities. Alright, so let's proceed now answering our activity. So we're going to place the following numbers in the appropriate column. So these are the given numbers, and then we're going to determine which are rational numbers and irrational numbers. So before we answer this one, class, we need to recall first what are those rational numbers. So rational numbers, we have the integers. Once again, class, integers, that would be whole numbers, positive or negative whole numbers. Fractions, and then terminating decimals. Once again, class, terminating decimals, it means the decimal will end. Example of terminating decimal, 0.5. Those are terminating decimals. The decimal will end. Example, 0.75. So those are terminating decimals. Repeating decimals, example 0.333. So 0.333, those are repeating decimals. 0.666, and then there's a bar, it means repeating decimals. So those are rational numbers, and then percentages. For irrational numbers, once again, non-terminating decimals. The meaning of non-terminating decimals, the decimals will not end. Or non-repeating decimals. Example, class, is square root of 2. We answered that a while ago. The square root of 2, the answer, class, is non-terminating decimals. It will not end. It's square root of 13. We don't have square root of 13 because if we get the square root of 13, the answer, class, is non-terminating decimals. Cube root of 10. So these are non-terminating decimals. Alright, so let's answer this one. 3/4, class. What's the answer, class? That's correct. 3/4 is a fraction, therefore it is a rational number. So 3/4 is a rational number. So we put it here. 3/4, rational number. How about negative 5? Is it rational or irrational? That's correct. Negative 5 is an integer, whole number, positive or negative. Therefore, this is a rational number. Is square root of 9? Is 9 a perfect square? Yep, 9 is a perfect square. Therefore, square root of 9 is a rational number because we have square root of 9. The square root of 9, that is 3. So, square root of 9 is a rational number. How about square root of 10? Is square root of 10 rational or irrational number? That's correct. It is an irrational number. We don't have square root of 10, class. If we get square root of 10, the answer, class, is non-terminating decimals. So, square root of 10 is a rational number because 10 is not a perfect square. 1/2, is it rational or irrational? That's correct. That would be rational. This is a fraction. Okay, rational. And then square root of 17. Is 17 a perfect square? Nope, 17 is not a perfect square. Therefore, this is an irrational number. Square root of 100. Is 100 a perfect square? Yup, 100 is a perfect square. 10 times 10. That is 100. So therefore, 100 is a perfect square. So this will be rational number for square root of 100. Cube root of 8. Is 8 a perfect cube? Is there a number, class, that when you multiply it by itself 3 times, you will get 8? Yup. 2 times 2 times 2, that is 8. So therefore, 8 is a perfect cube. So therefore, cube root of 8 is rational number. Sir, why is it rational number? Because the cube root of 8, the answer is 2. Because 2 times 2 times 2, that is 8. So therefore, 8, cube root of 8 is a rational number. Cube root of 25. Is there a number, class, that when you multiply it by itself 3 times, you will get 25? For 2, 2 times 2 times 2, that's 8. For 3, 3 times 3 times 3, that's 27. So therefore, we don't have cube root of 25. 25 is not a perfect cube. Our answer, class, we get a non-terminating decimal. So therefore, this is a rational number. Cube root of 25. How about cube root of 1? Is cube root of 1 irrational or rational? Do we have cube root of 1? Yep, the cube root of 1, that's 1. Because 1 times 1 times 1, The answer is 1. Therefore, the cube root of 1 is a rational number. Because the cube root of 1 class, that is 1. Because 1 times 1 times 1, the answer is 1. Therefore, the cube root of 1, that's 1. How about negative 3? Is negative 3 rational or irrational? That's correct. Integer, it is a rational number. Alright, so last example, cube root of negative 8. Is it a rational number or irrational number? So let's check cube root of negative 8. Is there a number that when you multiply it by itself 3 times, you will get negative 8? Yep, there's a number that would be negative 2. Negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. If we multiply negative 2 by itself 3 times, we will get negative 8. Let's check. Negative 2 times negative 2, that's positive 4. Negative times negative is positive. 2 times 2 is 4. And then 4 times negative 2. So positive times negative is negative. 4 times 2, that is 8. So therefore, class, the cube root of negative 8, that is negative 2. And negative 2 is an integer. It is a whole number, positive or negative. We call that one integer. So therefore, negative 2 is an integer. An integer is a rational number. So the cube root of negative 8 is a rational number because there's a number that when you multiply it by itself 3 times, you will get negative 8. And negative 8 is a perfect cube. Alright, so all set for this example number 2 class for our activity. So let's have our last activity class to locate and plot the following square roots and cube roots. Alright, so let's proceed now to our final activity. We're going to locate and plot the following square roots and cube roots on a number line. So let's start with letter A. So letter A class, our given example is square root of 27. Now for you to plot this one class is you think of two perfect squares that is near to square root of 27. Of course, there would be square root of 25 and then square root of 36, right? Once again class, you think of a radicand. Once again, this 27 class inside the square root is what we call the radicand. So you think of a radicand class in which the radicand is a perfect square that is near to 27. Of course, there would be 25 and 36. Once again class, 25 is a perfect square because the square root of 25, that is 5. So therefore, 25 is here. The square root of 25 is here. Because the square root of 25, that is 5. Once again class, the square root of 25 is equals to 5. So therefore, square root of 25 is aligned to 5. And square root of 36, the answer is 6. So this will be square root of 36. So this is the square root of 25, that is 5. Square root of 36, that is 6. Therefore, class, square root of 27 is in between square root of 25 and square root of 36. Square root of 27 is here, in between square root of 25 and square root of 36. So let's assume this one, we have our line for our guide. So this will be 5. So this is 5, and then this is 6. And this is square root of 25, right? For you to estimate this one class, you can draw another line. And then this is 5, this is 6. Therefore, after square root of 25, the next number will be square root of 26. Next will be square root of 27. Square root of 28, square root of 29, square root of 30, square root of 31, square root of 32, square root of 33, square root of 34, square root of 35, and then next will be square root of 36. So as you can see, because the square root of 27 is near 5. Once again, this is square root of 27, which is near 5. So therefore, our answer class simply estimate that square root of 27 should be near 5. So you can see class, once again, 5 and then 6 is, as you can see, square root of 27 is near 5. So therefore, we can estimate that this will be square root of 27. This one right here, near 5 class. Square root of 27. That's it class. That's how you answer this one class. You think of two perfect square that is near to square root of 27, near to 27. Alright, that's the answer class for letter A. Let's try letter B. So square root of 95. What are those perfect square class near to 95? Of course, that would be, what's the answer class? That's correct, that would be 81, square root of 81, and then square root of 100, right? The square root of 81, that is 9, and then the square root of 100, that is 10. And 95 is in between 81 and 100. So square root of 81, that's 9. So this will be square root of 81. And then the square root of 100, that is 10. So this is square root of 100. So 81 and then 100. So therefore 95 is in between 81 and 100. So you can see, class, 95, square root of 95 is in between 81 and 100. And we know that 95 is near 100. So therefore 95 is here. Okay, once again, 95 is near 10. Once again, the square root of 100, that's 10. And square root of 100, so 95, square root of 95 is near square root of 100. But if you're confused, you can draw this one, class, your guide. So this is 9. And this is 10, right? This is square root of 81. And then square root of 100. So if we write, class, 81, the next will be 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. I think we don't have enough space for us to write that one. Once again, if we write square root of 82, 83, 84, I think we don't have enough space. Let's to write 82, 83, 84. Let's do the skip counting, class. Let's have by 2. So let's try 81, square root of 81. Next will be square root of 83. By 2, class. Skip counting by 2. Square root of 83, square root of 85, square root of 87, square root of 89, square root of 91, square root of 93, square root of 93 plus 2, 95, square root of 97, and then square root of 99, and then 100, square root of 99, and then 100. So therefore, 95 is near 10. So this is square root of 95, near 10. So you can do the skip counting, class, because we don't have enough space, class, if we write square root of 81, 81, then 82, 83, 84, 85, 86. We don't have enough space to write those numbers, so we can do the skip counting by 2. So therefore, square root of 95 is near 10. So this will be this one, square root of 95. Alright, so let's have another example, class, for the cube root. Alright, so let's proceed now to letter C. So our given, that is cube root of 12. Now you think of perfect cube, class, that is near to 12. So that would be cube root of 8 and then cube root of 27, right? 8 and 27, those are perfect cube. So near to 12, that would be cube root of 8 and then cube root of 27. And 12 is in between 8 and 27. So the cube root of 8, that is 2. Once again, this is the cube root of 8, that is 2. Cube root of 8, that's 2. And then cube root of 27, that's 3. Once again, class, cube root of 8, that is 2, because 2 times 2 times 2, that is 8. So therefore, the cube root of 8, that is 2. And the cube root of 27, that is 3, because 3 times 3 times 3, that is 27. And the cube root of 12 is in between 8 and 27, right? Once again, cube root of 12 is in between cube root of 8 and cube root of 27. Now, 12 is near 8. So therefore, we can estimate, class, that cube root of 12 is near 2. So you can actually estimate, class, but if you're confused, you can do it like this. So this is 2 and 3. So 2 and then 3. And this is cube root of 8. And this will be cube root of 27. So therefore, after cube root of 8, so we can do skip counting, class. So cube root of 10. And then next will be cube root of 12. Next will be cube root of 14. Cube root of 16. Cube root of 18. Cube root of 20. Cube root of 22. Cube root of 24. And then cube root of 26. And then cube root of 27. As you can see, class, cube root of 12 is near 2. So cube root of 12 is near 2. So this will be cube root of 12. So therefore, our answer, class, it should be near 2. So this will be cube root of 12, near 2. Once again, class, you can just simply estimate, class. That's okay, class. So cube root of 12. Alright, that's it, class, for letter C. That's how you plot that one, class. Cube root of 12 is near 2. So let's try letter D, cube root of 75. So what would be those perfect cube, class, near to 75? That's correct. That would be cube root of 64 and then cube root of 125. So which it should be 4 and then 5. So our number line, class, it should be 4 and 5 because the cube root of 64, that is 4. So So we can change our number line. Let's have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's okay, class. You have 2 because this arrow here, it means infinite. You have 9. It's okay to have 9 because this arrow here, it means infinite. So going 9, then 10, 11, 12, then 2. That would be 1, 0, then negative 1. So it's okay. That would be infinite. So cube root of 64, that is 4. Once again, cube root of 64, that is 4. Because 4 times 4 times 4, that is 64. So 4 times 4 times 4, that is 64. And then cube root of 125, that is 5. Because 5 times 5 times 5, that's 125. So therefore, class, cube root of 64 is here. That would be 4. Cube root of 64. And then cube root of 125, that is 5. So cube root of 125. Of course, we know that cube root of 75 is near cube root of 64. So you can actually answer this one directly, class. Without doing this one, just simply estimate. You know that cube root of 75 is near cube root of 64. So we can say that this is cube root of, this one right here, near to 4. This is cube root of 75. So that would be your answer, class, for letter D. That's how you answer this one, class. Simply estimate. But if you're confused, you can write 4 and 5 in this given. Okay, we can say that this is 4 and this is 5. And this will be cube root of 64. And this is cube root of 125. And then we can do the skip counting by 5. So this is cube root of 65. And then plus 5, cube root of 70. And then cube root of 75. And then cube root of 80. We can do the skip counting, class, because if we will write cube root of 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, and so on, I'm sure, class, you don't have enough space to write those numbers. So that's why we can do the skip counting. Cube root of 85, sorry, 80, then 85, cube root of 90, cube root of 95, cube root of 100, cube root of 105, and then cube root of 10, cube root of 15. We don't have enough space, as you can see. Then next will be cube root of 20, then cube root of 25. Cube root of 20, the next will be cube root of 125. Alright, so therefore, as you can see, with regards to this given cube root of 75 is near 4. So it's near 4. So therefore, this is our answer. So correct answer, class, cube root of 75 is near 4. So you can just simply estimate, class. That's it, class. All set. So that's how you answer this one, class, to locate the points on the number line. So I hope this video helps, class. If you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. You share it to your friends and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day, class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.